Something curious is happening amid the chaos that has taken over Newcastle United in recent weeks. While the fans live through the agony of seeing the squad torn apart by injuries and manager Eddie Howe tries to stay calm in the middle of the storm, a recent signing has been attracting attention, not for goals or assists, but for something far more discreet and symbolic, something happening away from the floodlights of St. James' Park, yet revealing so much about the character and determination of those who wear the black and white shirt. It's precisely in these difficult moments that we truly get to know a player's profile. And for Newcastle, the current situation is a test of resilience, mentality, and unity. The squad, already struggling through a heavy fixture schedule, now faces a true marathon of absences. The fans feel the pain of missing key players, and hopes turn to those who can still make a difference once the ball starts rolling again. But among all the injured, one name is beginning to stand out even without stepping onto the pitch. I want to take this moment to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you're passionate about Newcastle United and want to follow the behind-the-scenes stories, the human moments, and everything happening in and around St. James' Park, this is your place. Every subscription helps the channel grow and continue bringing you content made especially for those who live and breathe the club. So, if you haven't yet subscribed, do it now and join our community. Back to the story. Imagine a newly signed player arriving with high expectations, an expensive price tag, and not yet able to wear the shirt officially because of a serious injury. Someone who could easily hide behind misfortune and just wait for time to pass. But instead he decided to turn pain into motivation. That player is Wissa'S, the 29-year-old forward who left Brentford for Newcastle United in September, and since then, he's been showing behind the scenes what it truly means to want to be part of a project. According to the Mirror, Wissa'S has been using his free time to do extra swimming sessions at a pool in the Jesmond area of Newcastle. At first it sounded like a small curiosity, an injured player trying to stay in shape, but Chronicle Live revealed that his commitment goes far beyond that. Sources close to the club confirmed that these sessions aren't part of his official rehabilitation program. They're voluntary workouts, done on his own initiative. Outside working hours, the kind of time when most players would simply be resting. He's doing all this in his own free time, revealed a source close to Newcastle. That simple sentence carries tremendous weight. At a time when part of the fan base questions the commitment of some players, Wissa'S is proving that mentality is still one of the biggest differentiators in a squad trying to find its way again. The forward understands the investment made in him and knows he needs to justify every penny not just with goals but with attitude. What's curious is that Wissa'S hasn't even made his official debut for Newcastle yet. His signing was seen as a bold move by the club, especially considering his age and the amount involved. The Saudi Public Investment Fund PIF reportedly expressed some discomfort with the deal, worried there might be no financial return in the future. But despite that pressure, Wissa'S hasn't shown any signs of discouragement. On the contrary, the way he's handling his injury shows just how committed he is to becoming a key part of Eddie Howe's team. And if you're enjoying this story and want to see more content like this, behind-the-scenes stories, curiosities, and exclusive insights about Newcastle, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any updates and you'll help the project continue growing. We're just getting started, and your support makes all the difference here. To understand the size of the challenge Wissa'S is facing, we need to remember the context. The forward injured his knee during a match for the DR Congo national team at the end of September. It was an awkward fall, the pitch was uneven, and the result was a serious injury requiring weeks of recovery. Since then, he's been in a race against time to try and be ready for the clash against Manchester City right after the international break. Meanwhile, Newcastle's medical department has been overwhelmed. There have been so many injuries that Eddie Howe has had to turn to academy players just to fill training sessions. The fans, while patient, are also growing increasingly frustrated. In that environment, stories like Wissa'S reignite a spark of hope, not just for the possibility of seeing him play soon, but because he embodies exactly the mentality the fans expect from their players: effort, sacrifice, and love for the project. According to Chronicle Live, Wissa'S is already following his rehabilitation schedule to the letter at the club's training center. The staff have been closely monitoring his progress and are said to be impressed by his dedication. But it's the extra effort, the swimming sessions, the after-hours workouts, the silent commitment that's drawing the most attention. It's there, away from the cameras, that Wissa'S is showing the true meaning of wearing the Newcastle United shirt. It's no exaggeration to say the forward is becoming an example within the squad. Other players have reportedly been inspired by his disciplined routine, stepping up their own recovery work as a result. It's as if Wissa'S' behavior has triggered a positive domino effect behind the scenes, something Eddie Howe deeply values. And let's be honest, in the middle of so many negative injury updates, stories like this are a breath of fresh air for the fans.